This is the final journal setup of 2021. I'm doing a wintry 3-color theme, and I have a major surprise for you. Hello, my friends. What's up? Welcome back. My name is Shayda Campbell, and I can't believe it, but it's time for the December plan with me. It literally feels like I was just filming the big 2021 setup. I was pregnant. We filmed it for like 3 days straight, and I just remember it being quite the marathon, although I do love doing my yearly setup. The year has flown by. Chris and I have a 6-month-old baby now, and I am excited to finish up my bullet journal for this year and start a new one for next year, as crazy as that is. A couple of you have given me some good ideas for what you would like the theme to be for the 2022 Bujo. So if you have a theme idea, drop it below. For today, I've got a really fun setup that I think you're going to love. I'm into it. We're getting a little more colorful for December. So you know what? Let's just jump right in. Through 2021, I've been using Archer and Olive notebooks for my Bujo. I love them. You can use my link in the video description if you need a journal. These are bright white pages. They're heavyweight. You can use any medium on them, and it looks great, and the markers don't bleed through. This was my November cover page. We did a nice black and white theme with a dial calendar, which I know those aren't for everyone, but it was fun. And I just did these scribbly, messy florals. I'm kind of filming this right in the middle of November, so that's my week. And then we're gonna flip over here, and we are going to set up our Dutch door cover page for December. For the Dutch door, you'll mark in 8 squares from the right side, and our illustration this month starts with a circle. You can trace or freehand it, and we're going to create this beautiful wintry illustration that's just done in 3 colors and is beautiful in its simplicity. To draw the girl skating on the frozen pond, we start by drawing the line for the pond, and then behind it a line of lumpy snowdrifts. Then, if you can draw a stick figure, you can draw a person. Start with the head, a line for the body, the outstretched arms of our skater, and then her legs. One is kind of kicking behind as she skates. Then we can give her little feet, and putting a line below them makes it a skate. Give her a coat, maybe some buttons. We'll thicken her legs up a little bit, draw some mitts, and of course we'll finish it off with a toque with a pom-pom and just a little bit of hair. It's that simple. You can draw a person. We'll place a little snowman back there with a top hat, and of course she's skating on the frozen pond in the night under the light of the moon. Okay, so I erased some of my sketchy pencil lines. We're going to talk color. As I said, this is going to be a simple 3-color illustration. I have burgundy, light blue, and dark blue, plus some grays for doing lowlights on the snow. In addition, I'll use black and white to complete the illustration. So I have a black brush pen here. I know I've got a bunch of different marker brands. This is what my marker box actually looks like. I have these Spectrum Noir Aqua markers that I love, Faber-Castell, some Tombos, and some Koi brush pens in there too. It's a bit of a mess. If you've ever seen the Happy Ever Crafters channel, her channel is awesome. She has this amazingly organized studio. Mine is organized, but not like that. So those are the brands that I use, but basically you can use any dark blue, fill in the entire sky. Then you're gonna take your light blue, or also like a very light teal would look great here, and you're gonna fill in the entire frozen pond. And then the burgundy will complement those colors beautifully, and we're going to use that for her coat, so you can fill in the entire coat. Then make sure you don't have a lot of pencil left on there, and we'll take a gray and we'll make sure that the snow really looks like snow by doing some low lights, just some messy lines and scribbles. Don't go overboard. Use black to draw the skate blades, the laces of the skates, some little buttons on the coat. My snowman is also getting buttons and a mouth. And for the top hat, fill it in black, but just leave a bit of a white highlight on the top so that it, you can see it against the dark sky. Her mittens and hat, we're going to make them that blue because frankly, that's the only other color we've got. And that is our 3-color illustration all done. All I need to do now is cut out my Dutch door before, and that's exactly what I have done here. I think it looks really pretty, but it is not complete. We're going to finish it with a wreath, of course, and I am using my Archer and Olive pens to do that, and I've got the same colors. Now, if you've used 3 colors of brush pen to do the illustration, you can use those same markers or brush pens to draw the wreath, but I just happen to have these pens, so I thought, why not take basically the same 3 colors and create the wreath. I've gone with a bit more of a minty blue for the lighter color, but you get the idea. We're sticking with 3 colors. I'm drawing some holly, some little blue berries and leaves. Everything is really simple, and we're just going to go around the entire illustration, but of course we're dropping onto the page below. Then as I was working, I decided to add a 4th color. I kind of knew I needed one more because her face and the carrot nose needed a 4th color, so I'm using a beigey brown, and I grabbed a nice kind of peachy brown from the Archer and Olive collection as well. And so now it's a 4-color illustration, both on the ice rink drawing and on the wreath, and I think that looks really nice. I want to take a moment to thank Skillshare for sponsoring our video today. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creators. Explore new skills, deepen existing passions, and get lost in your creativity. They have classes on photography, journaling, watercolor painting, and so much more. It's curated specifically for learning, meaning there are no ads, and they're always launching new premium classes so you can stay focused and follow wherever your creativity takes you. Every human was born to create. Whether you last picked up a paintbrush yesterday or in grade school, you can explore your creativity and be inspired. And right now, the first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the video description will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare so you can start exploring your creativity today. With my wreath complete, I'm going to grab a fine liner and just go over my December title. I'll also add a little bit of my sketchy black line to some of the details of the illustration. I think just like the skates, the mitts, a little bit of the snow, and some detail on the hats really just makes those things pop. We'll put the calendar on the page below, and that is our Dutch door cover looking good. All we need to do now is take a white gel pen and add some, you could call it stars, you could call it snowflakes, a bit of both maybe. I'm gonna put some on her coat so it really does look like falling snow, and that's great. I think that's all done. What I want to do now is drop to the page below. I need to trace that same circle or draw a circle of the same size, and we're going to, of course, continue the wreath on the page below as well. Otherwise, it's just going to look, frankly, a little bit weird. So I'm going to use those same 4 Archer and Olive pens and go all the way around here and just make this one look equally as pretty. Okay, our second wreath is complete. I'm going to use a warm gray marker, and I'm going to fill in this circle and write month at a glance on it, but you could just write month at a glance in the middle there, whatever you like. And of course, this is the page where I write my goals and affirmations for the month ahead, and I just call it goals and focus. I'm gonna let that marker dry a little bit before I actually write the title in the middle. So let's move along to our next spread. Me again. If you want to shop my shirts, yes, I finally have merch. It's been a long time coming. I put a lot of love into it and waited until I was truly ready, and now I am. You can shop my shirts in the merch shelf right below this video if you're watching on YouTube, or you can click the link in the video description. Okay, we're gonna create a calendar page together. I've done just a simple grid calendar here, and then at the top of the page, I've drawn a simple line, and we're going to do some cute little, kind of like gingerbread houses just all in a row. These are really fun to draw as a group, and they kind of go with my like illustrative winter theme that I'm developing here. We're going to draw everything in blue, so let's use that same blue pen. I'm using Archer and Olive, but you could use a blue Sharpie, a blue fine liner, whatever you have, and we're going to go over our grid calendar. I just pull that pen towards my body, helps me keep it straight so I don't have to use a ruler. We're going to fill in the entire top of the calendar, place all of the numbers, and then we'll talk about how to do our little illustrated houses and buildings. So I would just draw a number of rectangles and squares here, all just jam-packed together. And some of them you can give a funny curving roof. You could do a pointed roof or just keep it flat. It doesn't matter. You want to just do a grouping and kind of change it up for each one. And we'll just draw that straight line across the bottom, just one line up from our calendar. And then we're going to go ahead and draw a bunch of like windows and doors. You can draw steps and wreaths and all kinds of stuff. This is like kind of the illustration that I've been into this month. If you saw my Christmas card video, we did a cute little cabin with the mountains in the background. And then, gosh, I have a little gingerbread art video coming out, and I have a surprise, a freebie, something really, really cool that I know you're gonna love. That'll be coming up later in this video. You have to stick around to see the surprise, but it is in this style as well. So it's all gonna come together, I promise. But I've really been into this kind of Scandi gingerbread house, I don't know, wintry illustration lately, and it's the perfect little doodle to top off our calendar. To complete my calendar spread, I just want to draw a little flag here at the bottom of the page, and we're going to write December in there. I'll go over it with my blue pen. Remember, you can use a Sharpie, a fine liner. You don't have to have the Archer and Olive pens, although I have linked them in the video description. And we'll use a white gel pen to go and add the days of the week. Okay, we're not quite at the surprise yet. I've completed the calendar spread. I want to talk about a weekly layout that's really fun and easy to create, and then I will tell you all about the surprise. So for my weekly layout, here's how you begin. Using the entire bottom 2/3 of the page, you're going to divide that area into 3 rectangles with just one grid square in between each. So I use the entirety of that bottom area. You can make it as tall as you want. I leave about 1/3 of the page at the top, but you could leave even less. Up at the top here, we're going to have a space for notes and general to-do lists and goals. And then we're going over everything with that same blue pen. I just pull that pen towards my body. I'm allergic to rulers. I say it in every video. I just don't like to take the time with them. I'm going to put the days of the week at the top of each rectangle. I kind of did the notes area with a little dotted line. And then if you want to be super extra, you can grab that blue brush pen or marker and add a little bit of a shadow on the right-hand side of each box, and the top too, if you like. It just makes them pop. And I've got a little bit of space left over, so what do you think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do some floral doodles. I like adding these doodles to my layout each week, kind of just as the week progresses. Journaling is really saving me right now. As a mom who's also working, I need this to stay organized. You know, my whole life before Sully was my work. It's my art, it's my passion, and as an artist, your art can really feel like that's who you are. So the thought of me caring less about this, it just never entered my mind. It didn't feel like I could separate myself from the business. And then enter this little baby, and I truly never thought I would be the type of person to say this, but he's all I care about. It's so wild how much things can change in the space of a year when you have a baby. And honestly, if you're out there thinking like, ugh, I just hate to hear this kind of thing, I was right there with you for many years, so I get it. I was never like a kids person. I don't really love pets. I'm just not that gushy person. But this little fat tummied baby with blue eyes just changed my whole perspective. And we work 4 days a week right now. We take Fridays through Sunday off. And by Wednesday night, I'm just like, I don't know if I can keep doing this. And then every Sunday night, I'm like, I can't wait to get back to work and, create this wonderful business and show my son, what I love to do. So it is really a crazy time right now. Every week just feels like a bit of an emotional roller coaster, but I'm loving it. I'm truly taking each moment and trying to be really present because I am just so enjoying this time with him and our walks and our snuggles and our laughs on the floor with all his ridiculous toys. Anyway, that is my weekly layout, all done with my floral doodles, keeping me organized, and now I am ready to share my big surprise with you. Enter my Advent coloring page. This is a countdown to Christmas coloring page that you can print and use in your journal or use it however you like. It's a 25-day countdown. You'll notice a number on each item like the houses, the first 5, then the mountains. You get the idea. You're going to color it in one day at a time. I also produced kind of a lower opacity version. So if you don't want to do full color, you can just trace over each item each day. So maybe use burgundy or navy blue, and that's a little bit more grown up, but I personally love the coloring page. Both versions are available on my Patreon page. You do not have to be a patron. I made this as a Christmas gift for you. This is free for everyone, so go get it after today's video. And that's it for our December layout, the final journal spread of 2021, as crazy as that is. I hope you enjoyed my wintry, sort of Scandi theme, and I hope you will love the Advent coloring page because I put so much work into it and I'm going to enjoy it. Channel patrons, thank you for your support. The cover page will be available for you to print as usual after today's video, so go get that as well. Thank you so much for watching today's video and for journaling along with me for the year of 2021. There was weeks and almost whole months when I didn't use my journal a lot, but that's not the point. The point is, taking on a meditative, relaxing, and enjoyable creative hobby. Not enough adjectives? I think so. Remember, if you want to shop my shirts, check the merch shelf below the video or check the link in the video description and let me know what else you'd like to see. We've got art prints and greeting cards coming soon. Well, friends, thank you for watching. I always like to end our time with a Skillshare class that I think you would love, and this month it is Hand Lettering in Procreate, Fundamentals to Finishing Touches. This is by Gia Graham. She's a letterer and illustrator, and I did a Procreate tutorial recently, and it was super popular. So when I was looking around on Skillshare, this really jumped out at me as something I thought you would love. Her style is so cool. It's trendy yet classic, and the class projects are what I really wanted to draw your attention to because everybody's work looks amazing. So if you're curious about lettering or you're curious about lettering in the digital space, check out this course. Remember, right now, the first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the video description will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare so you can start exploring your creativity today.